Portsmouth players. It's nuts! This is not just two football teams that hate each other, it's two cities. Bloke just ran on the pitch. They've spent apparently $500,000 on security today. This is up there on that level, and you're about to find out why. Welcome back to Matchday Mic'd with me, Ollie Thomas, on All Out Football. We have got an absolute hamdinger. We are in Southampton. Southampton versus Portsmouth, one of the biggest rivalries, biggest derbies in the country. It doesn't come around very often. This is the first time they've played each other in 5 years. And I think it's the first time in 13 years in the league. They kind of keep on missing each other like ships in the night. Coastal reference. Like every proper derby, it starts at midday. So it was a bright and early start, rare replacement buses. They've actually closed Southampton Central Station today, apparently to avoid fan conflict. Portsmouth fans are being shepherded in on their own buses. They are keeping everyone entirely separate. This is serious. Someone told me on the bus earlier, they've spent apparently $500,000 on security today and on policing. So let's see if it works. So some context for the neutrals going into this game. Southampton haven't beaten Portsmouth in the league for about 20 years. Big caveat to that is they've barely played at all in that time, but their home record against Portsmouth is really not good. Don't know if you can hear that. Saints fans already. Hour till kick-off. I'm probably about 10 minutes from the ground. You can hear them in the distance. Apparently around the stadium, there's loads of like good little fan zone activations. I'm going to try and chat to some fans, Southampton fans, to find out just what this game means to them. Because for those non-EFL fans, Premier League fans amongst you, you might not realise how important this game is to these two teams. This is up there with United Liverpool, with Spurs Arsenal, Liverpool Everton, Celtic Rangers. It is on that level, and you're about to find out why. Just for a neutral who has no idea about Southampton Portsmouth, what does this derby mean to both sets of fans? What's the history of it? How important is it?
It means everything. It's a lot of animosity between the two sets of fans. There's a lot of history that goes well beyond football as well between the two cities. This is the one that both sets of fans will look forward to, and it's one that lots of fans will talk about for years to come as well.
How long have you been a Southampton fan for?
Probably about 50 years. Today it's quite an atmosphere here, fantastic atmosphere. Everything, so many horses.
Yeah, lots of police around.
That's right. We haven't had a game in Portsmouth for some years now, so it's special.
Do you look forward to these games, or would you rather you two stayed apart for the rest of eternity?
It's fun every now and again. Much more fun when we're a few leagues apart, but every now and again it's good to reignite the rivalry, have a game. I think we all look forward to it once in a while, but prefer being back above them next year.
Are you confident that you'll win today?
I think we will, yes, I think we will, but I'm not in any control of it. Even the chap sitting next to me who shouts at the referee, he's not in control either.
Now look, this isn't my first time here. This is one that I used to always come to, not this fixture in particular, but a stadium I used to always come to when I was little. It was one of the favourite ones my dad had growing up. It's just a nice balance of like a proper ground, good atmosphere, but not like lunatics in the stands. I actually have really fond memories of St Mary's, so I'm more than happy to be in with the Saints fans today. We are rooting for them big time. Also informed that Gavin Bazunu today, who's in net for Southampton, actually played for Portsmouth on loan a couple of seasons ago. Not many players crossed that divide. Obviously Harry read that famously did it as a manager. Don't know what will happen today though, whether we'll get a frosty reception. You'd think so. Mate, the seat I've got is like right, you probably can't even hear me. I'm right next to the away fans, home fans over there. It is so loud. This atmosphere is probably the best I've ever been in. It's been 3 minutes. Will Still's already been spoken to by the referee twice, and I think the Portsmouth players just had something thrown at him when he's taking a corner. Corner coming in now though. And again, mate, the referee's had to stop it 3 times. It's been 3.5 minutes. People are just lobbing stuff at the Portsmouth players. It's nuts, bro, it's nuts. As predicted, Gavin Bazunu getting booed every time he gets the ball. One loan spell at Portsmouth, you're done, lad. They've moved the away fans from where they used to be. They used to be behind that goal, but they've moved them into the corner to try and generate more atmosphere. It's working. Bloke just ran on the pitch across from the Southampton end to the Portsmouth end. Was just like giving it, like telling them to come over here. Fair, I respect it. I mean, it's never going to happen, but you got to respect it. First of all, one unbelievable spot to have at half-time. There's like a full-on like bar and restaurant in the home end with this enormous garden, benches all the way around it, a massive screen outside. This is probably the best outside area I've ever seen at a football ground. Mad. Second of all, it's 0-0. I mean, it's a very hostile atmosphere in there. Portsmouth have set up in such a way that they've got like a bank of 3 and Southampton just can't play through them. Honestly, I'm taking 0-0 at half-time if I'm a Saints fan. Portsmouth probably will be disappointed to not be ahead. I mean, you can't imagine Southampton will be that bad again second half. But the atmosphere is cracking. So shout out Saints fans, they've been brilliant. But don't shout out Saints team. They have not been brilliant at all. Mate, I am so unbelievably moved by the food options. I've gone for a chicken tikka wrap. Look at the size of it, by the way. It's as big as my head. The food here is so good. The options are a joke. I'm buzzing. A very different vibe to the tuna roll last week, but definitely better. Second half, come on Saints. Gotta be better than that, gotta be. Portsmouth sub goalie came on because their main goalie also appears to be injured, but I think he's playing on. Also, Adam Armstrong's just come on. He is bagging the winner, 100%. It's nailed on. Oh, good! I'll go forwards! Free kick, 93rd. Now or never. Oh! That's it, full time 0-0. 2 boos from the home fans. Away fans very happy. Checks out. That's it, 0-0. Wouldn't be a fierce derby without the game ultimately being disappointing. That happens in every single one. It's a shame because the atmosphere was great and you could see how much that meant to everyone there. But teams cancelled each other out. Saints were a lot better second half than first half, but I think Portsmouth set up well, defended well. A few bits of trivia I found out. Lots of Saints fans calling Pompey skates. I was like, what is that about? Loads of flags about it. A guy who I interviewed earlier spoke about it. Apparently, in the 80s, a Southampton fanzine asked for a derogatory term they could call the Portsmouth fans. But basically, people had to submit them in, and they went for skates, apparently implying that the sailors who used to work in Pompey would let out their frustrations, so we say, on fish. So be careful using that term. Around a Portsmouth fan, they probably won't like it. One thing that repeatedly came up with the people that I spoke to was that this is not just 2 football teams that hate each other, it's 2 cities. Southampton was, probably still is, the biggest port in the area, but in about the 1970s, Portsmouth opened a massive port and started to attract a lot of the ships and then eventually cross-channel crossings, which Southampton basically didn't like. And this was with the rise of football hooliganism in the UK. The 2 teams thought, well, our cities hate each other, we're scrapping for port space. We might as well take each other on the pitch as well. And I'm obviously biased because, you know, Palace-Brighton is a rivalry not born out of 2 teams being from the same city, but from a history. And, you know, we didn't necessarily choose to hate each other. It just kind of organically happened. This is in a similar vein. This rivalry exists because they hate each other. It doesn't have to exist. They've not been forced to hate each other. They just naturally do hate each other. And that's proper. That's what a proper derby should be. And the 2 could end up playing each other quite a lot. Obviously, Portsmouth were really good today, I thought. They defended very well. They've come up from obviously League 2 after they went all the way down there with financial trouble. Southampton, not overly convincing. Obviously, last year they were poor. These 2 could conceivably be in the Championship for a pretty long time. And to have a derby that's that fierce and that famous going on more regularly, it's just good for football. They just never play each other. That's the problem. And people then forget that the hatred is real. The hatred absolutely is real. That is it for Matchday Mic'd. Don't forget to like and subscribe to All Out Football. It's not just me on this channel. There's loads of people, very talented people. And if you love your footy, you'll love this account. Another 0-0. That's 2 out of 3 games that have been 0-0. I'm yet to see a goal in the Football League, but I can smell it, all right?